This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, at crude oil, natural gas. But first of all, we'll take a look here at NVDA. He's like the lonely boy standing outside, but I think he's going to have some potential here down the road. So let's check him out. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell, stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have NVIDIA. Now, this is one of my favorite trading stocks here. I'm a long-term holder of it. I also trade it. But, right now he's kind of like on the outside here. Everybody's, against NVIDIA and this here, deep stake, this is all going to work here. We'll just see how this all shakes out. Okay, so we put a low in there of 116.25 here, which is really good trading. Look at this great trading. Look at yesterday, okay? You had a low of 118.10, you had a high of 125. How much money could you make there, okay? What do you got? 7 points? Freaking awesome. Now, look at here today, okay? Well, we're holding this key 200 days. So let's take a look at the downside here first. You need to hold this 122.52 on a closing basis. If that is lost, we're going to come right down to the bottom of this candle. That's at 120.05, and then we'll come down to yesterday's low at that 118.10, and then we have your retest there at 116.25 level. Now, again, here, if that is lost here, well, then we can always go here to the left of the chart, and then we can just see where so we're going to be going. So we just come all the way down to this area here. You got 113 level here. We come all the way down here. You got 100 level, and then we come down here all the way down to this $90 level. But I don't know. We got to see. Now, the earnings are going to be coming out here February 24th, I believe, right in that neck of the woods. Okay, so this is a really good trader. So let's take a look at the upside. So what you want to do is you want to watch the top of this candle here. This is 126.89. Then we'll look at today's high, 127.85. And then we're going to go run right into this area right here. This is that 129 level, okay? Now, remember, that's going to be your gap. And your fill here is all the way up here, okay, at 141.88. Now, I'm saying that's not where it's got to go, but eventually I think you're going to fill that gap here very nicely. Now, we do have this 8-day, 21-day, and a 50-day. Those are all going to be very, very key resistant levels, okay? So 132.27 level. You got Ohondo there sitting at 134.18. Then we got 135.91, your 21-day. Then we have the old 50-day sitting right there at 137.39. Now, if this rips up here, you break across, say, at top of this low 129, then you're going to be easier right to that 8-day, okay? So you can trade this here right up to the 8-day. And as you can look, you can make some easy money on this, because if you got 5-7 point swings, it doesn't take much money here. Take much effort here to make some good money. Now, we're sitting here, we're at the bottom. Okay, we're getting to that oversold condition. Sitting at 42, this has plenty of room to run to the upside. But what I like about this is, if we look at the weekly chart here, okay, you sold all the way down, but you notice that you're holding that 50-day there. See this? 117.22, that's going to be very, very key. So again, if you could run that up here, then we have that nice 21-day sitting at that 135.02, 136.15, which lines up pretty much with all the simple moving averages right here. So just trade this until we can get some juice. You get above here, then we can go to that gap fill and possibly run all the way back into the retest here. But don't give up on NVIDIA here. This is still the king. Okay, don't let anybody tell you any kind of a difference. I think she's a really big mover situation. Now, Apple had, really mediocre numbers yesterday, and the stock rallied up here all the way to 247. Now you're down to 239 level, okay? Same way with Tesla. Tesla, man, their numbers are not good, but what really turned Tesla around from 365 all the way to the fours, which I knew it would, because on a conference call, he comes out there and he says, 25 is going to be a great year. Now, what if it isn't? Okay, I mean, you have declining sales, declining revenues, declining everything, and if you take off that rate, the government subsidies level there, not so good. But I would stick with NVIDIA here. This is a great trader, and I think eventually you're going to fill that gap there at that 141.88, and I think you're going to go higher. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin here, the IBIT has been really a wild trader here today. 59.21 on the bottom and 60.40 on the top here. So this is some really, really good scalping here on the old Bitcoin. Just love it. I'm glad I got into this here. So again, what do we have here? We just have like an indecision candle, but we did make that higher high again, okay? So we were looking for yesterday's high, looking at 106.70, and then today we came in at a high at 106.945 level here, okay? So what you want to do is just always look to the left of the chart here, okay? 106.575, and then what do we have here? 106.615, and then we looked at the top of there, 107.10. What do we have here? You got 106.960. And today's high so far is 106, 945. So, okay, so right now we got up to this level right here, which is very, very nice. Okay, but then again, you got a couple more levels right above there. So this is what you're going to be looking for next is that 107, 485. If we can get above it, then we got to see what the reaction is. If you get above that, you have that nice 108, 960 level, and then we have that 11,150 level. But right now, this is just a trader's market until you can close above that 11,150, okay? And then we got to see if it gets up in that area, what the reaction is going to be. Is it going to pull back, or is it going to close above and then rip higher, okay? Rips higher, you're looking at 115, 117 very, very nicely. Now, on the downside here, you just want to watch very, very key levels, okay? Just watch this 103.688. That's going to be very, very key. Okay, if that's lost, you're going to come right here to the bottom. There's your next support level, 102.280 level. And then we'll come right over here to the bottom of yesterday's candle, 100, 950. And then we have this 100, 680, 698 level, which is your 21-day. And then we have your 50-day at 99.024. But right now here, we're holding that 8-day very, very nicely. And you have that nice series of higher highs and higher lows. Not expecting a whole lot here on Friday, but actually IBIT already scalped it twice. Really, really good trading in the old Bitcoin. Now here, 58, plenty of room to run. Green over your red. This is looking very, very nice. Plus, it's at the bottom of the cycle. See how that is at the bottom of the cycle? And then when she rips and you start getting that spread between the red and the green, look how nice that is. So just be patient with this. Just trade this until we can get maybe the retest and bust right out of that bad boy. Okay, take a look here at the old crude and natty gas. Okay, crude oil, like watching paint dry. Yeah, not a whole lot of nothing going on right there. I got a short going here, and I'm just waiting to see if we're going to be holding this 8-day or 50-day. Now, again, we can see today's low here. We came all the way down to 71.94, and this is what we're looking for to hold. It is 71.79 here. So, okay, so we're right there. That's the situation. Now, again, if you lose that 50-day, then we're going to come right down to the 100-day here, sitting at 71.15. That's going to be very, very key. Then we lose that, we can just follow the candles all the way on down here. But right now, all we want to do is focus right on is that 50-day and that 100-day on the downside. On the upside, very, very easy. Right here, 8-day. You got to close above this, otherwise you're not going higher. Just that simple. Now, if you can get above it, then we're going to look at the next resistance level at that 72.02. We'll look right up here at 72. What did I say? 73.84. I'm looking at the downside. 73.84. And then we're going to look up here at 74.08. And then we'll come up to the top of this candle here at that 74.31. And then we'll look at all 200-day here, 74.77. And then we have your 21-day at 75.04. But again, this is where it can go, but you have to close above that 8-day. You have to get above it. If you can't, then you're going to go sideways here to down. It's just that simple. Okay, very, very easy. Now here, green below your red doesn't show any signs of turning. This here, nowhere near oversold conditions. So we got to see how this all plays out. Now, crude oil is holding in here a little bit nicely here for the simple reason is the T-Man looks like on Saturday he might put in some tariffs, but again, he might exclude the crude oil. Okay, so you have to make sure you watch the news over the weekends. Okay, watch the news because hey, if he excludes that crude oil, well, then I think this is going to come off here nicely here. But this is the only reason that's holding in right now. Okay, natty gas, well, down goes Fraser. She's going right on down. Now, we went below this old 100-day here. Okay, so this is the key level here that we need to hold, need to close above. That's that 3.04 level, okay? If not, then we're going to come right down to that 299 level. And then we have right here is you got 297, okay? So this is what's going to be your support level going next. And then we come right down here to the bottom of the candle, 394, okay, 390. Then we come down here to 283, and then we'll come right down there to 268, which lines up very, very nice here with your 267, okay? So we start losing this 100-day. There's your target right there, okay? So that'd be a nice short ski all the way on down. Now I use KOLD for the short. Works very, very good, okay? UNG for the long, but I haven't seen any long trades here, not for me. Okay, here we go. Upside. Well, 3.11, that's what you're looking for. We look for top of this candle, 3.19. Then we look through yesterday's high, 3.24. There's your gap. And then look right to the bottom of that candle, 3.36. And then we have that 50-day at 3.49. Yes, is there a support, a resistance right here in between, 3.33? Yes. But usually if you start breaking into that gap, you're going to go to that gap fill, okay? And if you go above that, you're going to go right to that 50-day. See this 8-day? Across the 21-day, looking across that 50-day. Looking very, very bearish here on the old natty gas. unless you can climb above all these levels, then you can go higher. But until then, this is just a scalp trade. And for me right now, it's a short ski. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here at the pit close. Take a look at Bitcoin, crude oil, and net gas, and then we throw something else in your mix. Now remember, this is Friday. Don't get too ahead of yourself here. You know what I'm saying? On the whole 9 yards. Okay, so just if you had a good week, like I had a fantastic week here, just put the money in your pocket. Live to trade another day. That's the key. All right. Thanks for watching.